A6M Zero fighter aircraft. It was carrier-based, part of the Japanese Navy, with a maximum speed of about 350 miles per hour. It was one of the types of aircraft that was used in the attack on Pearl Harbor by the Japanese.
Put your hands together for the great State of Maine Air Show for 2011! Hi everybody, my name's Rob Ryder and I want you to look to your right. I'm going to fade this music down and I want you to hear and see one of the rarest airplanes in the world today. Of the thousands of Mitsubishi A6M Zeros that were built in World War II, there are 2 or maybe 3 flyable examples of the airplane remaining in the world. At the controls from Minot, North Dakota is Warren Peach. He is representing the Texas Flying Legends. They have a B-25, a P-51 Mustang, a P-40 Warhawk, this Mitsubishi Zero, an F4U Corsair, and they are teamed up with Warren's Museum in Minot, North Dakota, and also the museum here up in Wiscasset, and the Flying Legends at Ellington Field in Houston, Texas, to maintain in flying condition some of these rare aircraft. Now I'm going to fade this down. I want you to listen to the sound of the radial engine on the Mitsubishi A6M Zero. The gentleman who you see flying today has been flying air shows for over 34 years and is one of the most skilled pilots anywhere in the world. And it was on the morning of December 7th, 1941 at about 8 o'clock at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, that the attack started. Aircraft from the Japanese Navy attacked our forces at Pearl Harbor, and this was one of the aircraft that was involved in that attack. A 1130 horsepower radial engine, a maximum speed of 350 miles per hour, and it carried 2 7.7mm machine guns, two 20mm cannons, and the ability to carry 2 130-pound bombs under the wing. It's 29 feet, 11 inches long. The wingspan 36 feet, 1 inch. And it's 11 feet, 6 inches high. And the pilots of the Japanese Navy who launched in these Japanese Zeros, and the Vals, and the Kates, the dive bombers and the torpedo bombers that attacked Pearl Harbor, took the lives of nearly 3,000 American lives. The maneuver that you just saw flown was called a barrel roll. Warren Peach picked an imaginary spot in the sky, 45 degrees up and to the left of his airplane, and he rolled around that imaginary spot in the sky using the ailerons on the wings for bank, the rudder to control the directional, the yaw, the elevators for the pitch, and the power to start and stop that maneuver at the same altitude and airspeed. Working his way in from the right and low with the air show smoke on. Watch for this extremely low pass. Lessons learned in World War II. Look at this. Standing it up on one wing. The lessons learned in World War II was that the freedom that we have today costs. And if we are not prepared to stand teaching opportunity so that we understand just how fragile our freedom is and how precious it is that we can enjoy this day because of the sacrifice of over 1 million and more of our countrymen who have died for our freedom. Growing alarm as the Japanese Navy swept across the Pacific with squadrons of the Zero. Designed by Mitsubishi's Hiro Horikoshi. And proved difficult to replace. I tell you what I'm going to do. Tell him I'll meet him on the street and tell him let's talk to him live from the cockpit. Can we do that? All right, now we're going to have an opportunity in just a second to go live to the cockpit with Warren Peach aboard the airplane, and let's see if he can hear us up there. I've set this up to transmit. Hello, Warren, do you copy? Over. Hello, Warren, are you there?
Buddy, I'm with you.
Hey, man, I want you to keep your ear on your radio. Ladies and gentlemen, give Warren Peach a big round of applause. You hear that, buddy?
I hear it. I'm having a blast, too. They were our enemy, but they sure built a sweet flying airplane.
Indeed. Tell us a little bit more about the mission of the Texas Flying Legends, Warren.
The same Model Zero that attacked us at Pearl Harbor. And it's an A6M-22 built in January of '42. It was ordered from the Solomon Islands and extensive rebuild project. And it's up into a roll, and you can see the roll rate of the airplane, and it's a very good roll rate, but the control forces are very heavy. I'll just point her up here for a second.
Now watch it roll. Boy, that's fast, partner. That's fast.
And we need to transfer that spirit on to the next generations and let them realize that there's more to living in this country than just taking. And we need to work hard to save the U.S. It's not a given. It's still the greatest country in the world by far. Thanks for having me here. Great working with everybody. Everybody in the crowd. Thanks so much for coming out.
Very good, Warren. Thanks, partner. Nice job. Ladies and gentlemen, one last pass. Here comes Warren Peach in one of the last Mitsubishi Zeros in the world today. Woohoo! Wow. And he's going to go out to Wisconsin. He's going to be coming back in another airplane, and they've got to take the rest of the aircraft from the Texas Flying Legends